It's the Pennsylvania polka.
Yeah, and did you know that it started? I hear it started in Scranton. And apparently everybody has,
Scrapple and Scranton.
well, I don't know if it's made its way to Texas yet, but apparently everybody has the mania. I know I do.
I have Domania.
It's better than dementia. Oh, David, we've got an audience. We better say
Now that dimension it, I should stop. You know what I'm jealous of, Scott?
Tell it.
Have you ever watched Antiques Roadshow? Ever, ever, ever?
Please, 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 please. Next question.
The ladies and gentlemen that have their little pointer when they're when you look at this ever so slightly, I want to get one of those pointers. I've got close. I found 2 composer's batons, but those are too big. And it's not the real deal.
No.
I may have to reach out to my friend David Lackey.
You might have to. Now, he's the porcelain expert. I bet he would love to see a bird eat a frog.
He is, yeah, he delves into a lot of silver too. He likes silver. Come on down to Texas, you'll get introduced. And then you can be on the Antiques Roadshow.
Let's see.
I would love to see you on the Antiques Roadshow. Or you can start your own old OCS Roadshow.
You look a little slimmer, David.
Do I? It's the suit. And now the evening news. Here, let me get unslim. There we go.
Say hello to the lovely Tamalama Ding Dong. Is she listening from the...
Oh, she's probably listening. And
is she still breaking wind in the other room?
You know,
was she mad? Was she mad at you that night?
No, she wasn't mad.
Okay.
She knows the silly words that come out of my mouth.
Hey, this is boys' night only anyway. Those girls, can't they give us one night? Yes. All right. You tell her stay in the other room. No, she can come. Tell her. Oh, that's right, because you're out in the studio building.
I'm out in the studio, but I'm in Studio 1A, Klein Green Lane. Yeah, I'm out here. She's in there. Jack can't leave me alone, so he's curled up. He nested on a blanket. So hopefully he behaves the rest of the night.
Well, David, I would be remiss, since I'm the host for the evening, if I did not introduce you. Now, a lot of folks already know who you is, but there are several who don't. And I'd like to introduce my good friend who I've known now for 2 or 3 years. This is David from Texas. He and his lovely wife, Tammy, host the Vintage Uprising Texas channel. And I'll leave it at that. David, tell us about yourself and what you guys do out there in Texas, because you're in Texas.
We're in Texas, just outside of Houston. Tammy and I, we've celebrated our 29th anniversary last year. So 2026 will mark our 30th anniversary. We both enjoy long walks on the beach. No, we have a love for a lot of things old. Tammy leans towards the orange, yellows, greens, and browns of the late 60s and 70s, but she appreciates the older deco and antiques. And I think it started with when I married into 4 boys at a very young age. You bought things secondhand to furnish your home and to nest. So antiques, collectibles, and that's how we worked, and that's how we kind of got that bug. And then Tammy collected way too much, and then she started to resell. So I've helped her on her journey in building her little business, and we've had a ton of fun doing it. We've met wonderful people such as Scott, Dee, Vinny, others across the nation that have the same love for antiques and collectibles. and the genesis that brought Scott and I together, other than friendship and meeting up, the meetups and shopping and everything, we decided that there were some items that we normally didn't sell. And normally you would list items like this, but we thought it would be nice to have a live sale that featured antiques and kind of like high-end collectibles. So this is more like an antiques show. If you can make a show, an antique store, a show, that's what we try to do. It's like a virtual booth. So we just share unique items and things that of that nature and that. So that's how this came about. That's a little bit about Tammy and myself, and
And
that's it.
tell us about your sales on Wednesday evenings.
Yes, you never know what Tammy and I are going to bring on a Wednesday night. We start every Wednesday, typically without fail, unless something's going on. Even when we travel, we try to come on live Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, and we have a good time. We usually go 30 to 40 items or rounds. It's a bid style. It can be mid-century. It could be old toy collectible, something from the 70s, 60s, 80s. Who knows? Kitsch. Tammy loves her kitsch, but you never know. We find some sometimes weird items, sometimes things I've never seen before, but some of you have seen. I've learned a lot from the viewers. So that's without fail every Wednesday night, unless we're on the road or something tragic has happened. We are on every week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Which is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Because typically, if you'd like to find me and David, you'll find us on the second Monday night of each month. We changed it this week. And I just happened to look quickly at the chat. I do see my good friends Heather and Shane of the Revive It Sisters are here. And I just want to make sure everybody knows. I called. They did cancel their show tonight, but they did not cancel it because of us. I called Shane and said, "Oh my goodness, Shane, David and I have to move to Tuesday night, but we start at 8 o'clock, and you guys usually come on at 6. Is that okay?" And she said, "Oh, that's perfectly fine." But there must have been something else must have come up. So normally we don't like to step on other people's toes. So normally they would be broadcasting tonight with a sale. And they're here as well. And Shane and Heather, you're more than welcome to advertise your next sale if you'd like to, or your channel in the chat. And we have to say thank you to Karen Williams, who is in North Carolina. Shane and Heather are here in New Jersey, just not too far from me. Karen Williams, who's doing the moderating, is in North Carolina, and she is moderator extraordinaire. I'm telling you what, it's not easy to do. She has a tough job, and she is just fantastic. I can't say enough. Okay, I don't want to ramble, but we are going to have to get into the nuts and bolts. What am I forgetting to say before we get into the? Let's let you do it. They heard me last night, and I need to rest. So, David, how about you tell them the rules of the night? You're good
The
at it.
rules of the night. So
Yeah, the
Scott
rules.
and I will go back and forth. Typically, he's hosting, so his generosity, he'll let me go first. I will show an item. We will have a starting price if you're not familiar with that, and go from there. The highest bid will win. We'll do a countdown so that you can get your bids in. And then between Scott, myself, and Karen Williams, who's assisting us with the uh, moderator, we will determine who the winner is. And then at that point, now it's your turn to participate. You will email us, and occasionally we will drop in the information. I'll put it in the chat. If you purchase from Scott, what the purchasing instructions are, your name, your YouTube name, so we can match you up, where we're shipping to, and email address so we can send you an invoice. We invoice through PayPal. Now, you need not have a PayPal account in order for us to send you an invoice. Just let us know at that point that you don't have a PayPal account, and we will send you an invoice as a guest. And it's just as simple as that. We don't take cash checks, things like that. It's all electronic. So if you have a little learning curve, no problem. We're here to help you. You can always email us, and then we can send some further instructions.
And forgive me, you may have said this. I'm a little bit in and out tonight. With the shipping is based upon the size of the box, how heavy the box is, and the distance that you are from the seller. David and I can't combine, obviously. So anything that you win tonight, if you win it from David, you'll pay David. David will ship it to you from Texas. And if you win something from me, you'll pay me, and I'll ship it from New Jersey. I didn't do any invoices from last night's sale. And so tomorrow morning, I'll be boxing, weighing, and putting the invoices together and invoicing folks during the day tomorrow. So I always say that, and I'll say this now, if you don't hear from me by dinner time tomorrow night, whatever your dinner time might happen to be, I'm sorry, I got confused by then reach out to me, because that means I haven't gotten you. When we have new folks, sometimes people don't always put in emails correctly. They leave off the domain name, or they put spaces in there, or they somehow, and they think they've reached us, but they haven't. And then days and days go by. So if you win something from me tonight and you don't get an invoice by dinner time tomorrow night, please go back in there and email me again, because I don't have your info. And if you're new, we need your information tonight. Is that true for you as well, David?
As quickly as possible. That way,
Right.
we can get your invoice out timely, and you can get your item back timely.
Okay, good. Okay. Are you mixing it up, Scott? Doing some different videos? I really enjoyed today's video on the Victorian table. Well, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Yes, and yes.
Yes.
We try to follow as much as we can in the comment section. I just happened to catch that one. Well, we can chit chat for another couple minutes. We've got we are knocking on the door of 300 folks, which is delightful. If you're not subscribed to either one of us, we'd love it if you would, and you know how to do that.
And just on the shipping, just to nail in the last nail on that box, that we use as far as we know, the best shipping platform possible, which is Pirate Ship. And that gives us the most economical postage for you. It actually tells us for this address and weight, size and weight, U.S. Post Office is better, or it may determine UPS is better. So it gives us the best rate for you. So you're going to pay the best shipping possible.
Before I forget, if you allow me to, Christy, I'm sorry that I know you had availability like the day or two before Christmas and the day or two after Christmas, and I am so sorry. We didn't connect, and that was my fault, not yours. But I know where you are, and you know where I am, and we're going to get it together. So I've got your things, and so I do apologize that we couldn't connect on those days just before and after Christmas. So thank you for understanding that. I had to get that in there while I saw it.
No, absolutely.
So just trying to check here, and folks are greeting us, and they're saying hello. And so we say greetings and hello to all of you. Not really easy to call out all the individual names with so many folks. We don't leave anybody out. But we do welcome everyone, and the new folks as well. Delighted. Can't wait to connect. Heading to Houston the last week of January. Well, if you
wow.
How about that?
Well, it's nice this time of year, Christy. So,
and the other Christy, yes, everything except from last night is in the mail, and I don't want to harp on this, but the Revive It sisters can back me up on this. There was a distribution center here in New Jersey, and things sat there for 3 months, and I'm telling you what, I was a dog with a bone. I was on the telephone, I was banging on doors. It was a mess. Things sat, and then finally everything moved, and it went up to Edison. I don't know why it went up to Edison. So there was a delay with several of my boxes, and it happened to the Revive It sisters as well. So, but it's all now on the move. We went and we looked, and finally they've emptied out that building, we think. Sorry, I had just to get that in there.
That is amazing and frustrating at the same time.
It was a mess because there were so many boxes. Am I telling the truth, Revive It sisters? Shane and I were like, and Heather was.
I mean, I'm glad you did it, but what?
It was a mess. I had boxes sitting there. I had boxes sitting there from October that were supposed to be on their way to another country, and they just moved like 3 or 4 days ago. And I'm actually fighting to get reimbursed for shipping, which I will give to not me. I won't keep it. That should go to the person who won the items, I feel. I don't want to profit on that. But if someone is paying, $80 to have something shipped to Bangladesh and it takes 3 months, they ought to get their money back. So I'm working on it. And, I'm a Jersey boy. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. Or pour water on them. Hot water.
Hot water. Well, relax, everyone, and I hope you enjoy tonight's sale. We're bringing some lovely items tonight. Yeah, some are niche, some are true antique. So I hope you appreciate what we bring.
David, would you like to have the floor? You've got it.
Sure. I'm going to go one item at a time, if you don't mind. Scott.
I don't. Now, I'm out of whack on this, and sometimes these things, and I'm up here pushing buttons on a cell phone. So there we go. All right, David, it's yours.
I'm going to start with a lovely lamp, and the start price is $39. Let me back up so you can see the item. This is a vintage Aladdin lamp.
Ooh.
And of course, it's made of what the manufacturer called alakite glass. So this custard type color glows green with a UV light. So very wonderful design, wonderful scroll ear handles at the top of the neck of the lamp, and then beautiful footing. Look at the scroll work on the glass there. Original hardware is on here. You can tell by the oxidized brassing of this copper brass, and then the original harp. Now, I do not believe this is the correct finial. These Aladdin lamps usually came with a matching glass scroll finial.
Mm-hmm.
Those often broke, so normally replaced. I do not have any finials in stock. Otherwise, I would send one, but you can find really nice finials that would match this at this age. Again, the start is $39. Let me give you some measurements of this. The lamp overall is 11 inches tall. And from the top of the temporary finial to the bottom is 20 inches, which means the harp is about 6¼ inches, just the harp. And these lamps were only made from 1939 to 1942. So very limited edition. They did use various designs. Sometimes there were handles here different scrolls on the bottom, different sizes. Some were a little bit taller, some were shorter, a little wider, but all with this lovely glass.
Firecracker has a bid of 40. That's the high bid at the moment. The questions in the chat are, there are two. One is asking, can you use a black light? Is it safe for people? And the other one is the glass similar to slag glass? They're asking.
It's very opaque. I wouldn't say that it's similar to slag. Does slag glow, Scott? Can you help me
No,
with that? Or no?
Well, slag glass,
I mean,
not the glass that you find in like the table lamps, that the slag glass lamps. Now, some of the glass that looks like slag that was made by Who's Glass, that will glow, but it's a different formula, that glass that Aladdin made. And they made their finials, yeah, David, out of that same glass. They're asking to see the cord and the plug.
okay, here is the cord. It's the original cord. There's no fraying in the cord. I will tell you that you will need, it has the original plug. You will need a piece of cardboard or hard rubber to place on there, which you can get at a hardware store, or you can have your local hardware store just rewire this for you, unless you do the rewiring. And I wish I had a gorgeous shade for this. I just don't run across shades that would match this, but this is the original hardware.
That's tough to find a shade. Your high bid right now is Karen Marshall at 50.
Now I will count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll let the bids come in as they may. Karen will help us, and we'll determine who the winner is. And rest assured, this will be packaged very, very nicely, and this lamp will survive and live to see a lovely new home.
The stop is in, and it looks like Karen Marshall can begin singing, "This lamp is your lamp. This lamp is my lamp." Sorry, that was,
And I will
low-hanging
drop
fruit.
in the information. I believe Karen Marshall has purchased from us before, but just in case someone else wants to jot this down, they can have that in their records. Thank you so much for sitting through that and bidding. Thank you, everybody.
Okie doke. Starting at $45, I got a chocolate pot. Ain't no chocolate in it, but there's a poor little frog that's getting ready to, you know what my favorite part about it is? The frog that, I'm going to call this the frog that got away. It's 11 inches tall, no chips or cracks. It's French Limoges, and it's going to date to the aesthetic era. Let me take the lid off for a minute. So we're in the 1870s and 1880s. Look at that bird, and he's getting that frog. Look at the other one over here. You see his hind legs? I love this.
I love it too.
I know, the frog, but it's even, actually, you know, we should have looked at this side first. We got another bird back here, and he's trying to eat a dead bug. Now you say, ooh, but of course, remember, all things Japan, nature, art for the sake of art, aesthetic movement, 1870s, 1880s. It's in wonderful condition, and I forgot, Karen, and I'm saying it's Oscar somebody. Anyway, it's easy to look up. Anybody can look that porcelain mark up. But it is a French Limoges pot. Interesting that sometimes the handles are at a right angle to the spout, and that's the way this one is. You know, many of them, the spout is here, but on this one, best way I can say is that it's right angle to it. And there's the lid. It's clean and chip-free and crack-free. Thank you, Karen, because I forgot Oscar's last name. A maker of French porcelain from the Limoges area of France. No chocolate cups with it, but for anyone who is interested in collecting chocolate pots, even if we don't even need to have like the date stamped on it. The decoration tells us everything. And gosh, I was thrilled when I saw this. There's gilding on it, which is most of it's there. And I guess I'll try to hold it still. I don't know if there's any questions about it.
No questions.
Well,
Firecracker just came in. Is that for chocolate sauce or milk?
It's for chocolate drinks. Chocolate was a luxury item, and it would be that you would have small chocolate cups to drink out of it. We'll turn it back around on this side, and we'll see. This little bug is belly up. I don't know if he's trying to get a suntan there, but he's
show off that handle as well. It's absolutely gorgeous.
That little bug is about to be disturbed.
Your high bid now is 60.
Well, then we'll count it down. If there are no questions, we'll move along and count down the 1870s French Limoges aesthetic era. 1870s, 1880s was the chocolate pot. Counting it down, and here we go. High bid right now is 62. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okie doke. And sometimes there could be, lizards and snakes and just all kinds of creatures from nature. Carol is giving it a second because she's allowing for the lag, and she's also letting bids to come in. And then she'll pull the plug on it. And then we'll go back. While we're waiting for that, David, we might as well come back and let you get ready to be seen. Welcome to all new members.
And welcome everyone that joined us tonight. I know I'm a stranger in a familiar land for you. And I actually want to say not congratulations to Scott, but congratulations to you folks for stumbling upon, if you happen to just stumble upon Scott, wealth of information. If you have the time, don't just follow this week, but go back in some of his archives and you can learn a thing or two. And it's a lovely journey. I've done it myself all the way back to the first video.
Well, that's kind of you. I often say I am not an appraiser. I'm not an expert. I've been in love with this, and I've been doing it since I was a teenager. I'm coming up on my 40th year anniversary of my first antique show that I did when I was 19. That's correct. Anyway, David, that was kind of you. I appreciate that. The Cardigan King is our winner at 90, I believe, and I appreciate that. The Cardigan King is new to me, and so Cardigan King, I'm going to need you to email me, and if you'll do it now or in the next minute or two, if you can get it in there before the end of the show anyway, because I want to make sure that we're connected. So if you're not sure what you might need, oh, there you are. The Cardigan King, longtime watcher, first time winner. Thanks so much, Scott. Big aesthetic movement. You're an aesthetic movement fan? Well, then that's right up your street, and I'm so glad you won. Okay, so it's the first thing that you've won. Go ahead and send that information to me, and I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who placed bids, and we'll take it back to David at this point.
Thank you. Thank you.
Button.
Congratulations, Cardigan King, on that. Let's go for a little deco. This start is $24. And it's nice to have books that reference and you find the item in a book. That's very exciting when you find an item that you have found and basically saved out of some pile and that you could share it with someone. This is now it's non-working, so know that up in advance. You can go to a clock shop and then get this working. Some watchmakers will do it too. This is quintessential Art Deco. This is the streamlined clock by Westclox. You can see their badge on the face. Since it's not working, I manipulated the movements using the wind in the back to give it the smiley face, as the advertisers would advertise. If you ever look at an advertisement for a watch, you'll see the old smiley face. It's either going to be 1010 or 150 so that they can have the face smile at whoever's shopping for the watch or the clock. Again, the streamlined clock by Westclox. Almost pure and the most direct statement for Art Deco. Straight lines, beautiful facing. You can look at the font for the numbers, chrome design, chrome staging here, and then a nice soft pink, almost soft rose glass. It's not clear glass, it's rose. So you can view the world through rose colored glass if you want, if you look at this directly. This is 6 inches by 4.25 inches, and then it's only 1.25 inches deep. I'll show the back.
That is beautiful.
It is missing. I'm going to use this as a pointer, so I'm going to go Antique Roadshow on you. It is missing the little button that will screw on top of that. You could probably find a non-working travel clock to add that, but it's not winding for time, although the alarm works for some reason. So the bell alarm mechanism will work if you set the time, the face to that. But other than that, it's just a very nice shelf statement piece for Art Deco. If you're an Art Deco fan.
I think your high bid now is Leanne Doolin at 26.
Okay. And like I said, we won't spend too much time on each item, just depending on the interest. And I'll count it down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Westclox made wonderful, wonderful clocks. Just as an example, bear with me. I am grabbing something. You're used to seeing, I'm in a full suit tonight. These little Westclox, but during that Art Deco era, they jumped on that aesthetic bandwagon and just went from round to deco sharp edges. And we're waiting for that stop.
That was a classy looking, and that rose colored glass is fantastic.
Yeah, you'll usually see the blues and the rose. I mean, that's just beautiful.
The one in blue, David, with the blue mirrored back that you gifted me is on my bedside table. And I love that thing. So the stop is in, and I believe it's Lola May at 36. You see that, David? Lola May at 36. Okay, Karen confirms it. And so, Lola, thank you.
Lola May, thank you so much. Mo, Sandra Garcia, thank you for your bids. We appreciate it.
Boy, I'm delighted, David. We've got almost 380 folks here. And I'll tell you what, we've already introduced David. And please tell me that if you came in late, I encourage you to go back maybe tomorrow or the next day and watch the beginning of the video. I definitely want you to get to know David and learn about him and his wife and thus and such. why don't we stick with the deco theme? And I'm going to go with one of the nicest reverse painted deco frames. And I'm selling it because I don't have a family portrait that measures 9 by 7 to put in it. I could enlarge one. I've got lots of pictures of my family from the 20s. Anyway, this is going to start at $35 because of this condition. $35 on this deco frame. It does, the business portion of it is 9 by 7. Yeah. So it's got its original back. Don't you just love, now this is, if you're unfamiliar with reverse painted glass, the whole thing is glass. On the cheaper ones, or the less expensive ones, the color would be a cardboard mat that's just inserted. But in this case, this is paint, reverse painted on the back side of the glass. And we have no loss. You'll often see loss. So look at that black and green. Oh, if you're a deco fan, or if you've got a nice old family picture from, say anywhere from 1925 to 1935. So again, 9 by 7 is how big the picture would be. And there's the cardboard back with the easel. And you simply fold back these gizmos and you can open it up. I've bought and sold several of these over the years. I can't even remember how many. It just slides in there. You can see the glass needs to be cleaned.
It's so exciting to find those, no matter how many times you have them. And like you said, you buy and sell. It's always a thrill to find what I call survivors, items that, you think of the thousands that have been thrown away.
Well, and this was a dime store. This was a cheap, Woolworths,
Yeah.
Murphy's. These were, but, you don't have any money, but you can go see Myrna Loy, and you want to have some glamour in your bedroom or wherever, and there you go. So what we'll do now is it difficult to clean with a painted surface? Well, there's nothing here that's painted that needs to be cleaned. The paint is on the inside, and that doesn't need to be cleaned. I appreciate you asking. The paint is inside. That's why it's called reverse painted. Nothing can scratch off of the front. Nothing. And I don't know if you noticed when I opened it up, the paint is actually protected by a cardboard mat. This yellow right here is a cardboard mat, and you can just see a little bit of the green peeking out behind it. Okay, that green is the paint. This is not black paint here. The black paint is on the glass, reversed, completely protected. So just don't get crazy with the Windex and, let it puddle up. So I appreciate you asking that question, but cleaning it is very easy. So we'll go ahead and count this down. The high bid is something.
44.
44, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Good thing to repeat as well, as when we say here's the countdown, you never really want to wait until we do that countdown, because you might not have enough time to get your bid in based on the lag. I would hate for anybody to miss out if they really had your eye on something. Now, let me put this where I'm not going to step on it. Let me put this where I'm not going to step on it. I think I just said that. Oh, gracious me, oh my. And I will sit myself back up. And we'll bring David back in here, and we'll move it along. Let's go get him there.
We might have time for an intermission.
I'm going to go ahead and enlarge you, David. And the stop is in, and Lisa, the RN. Lisa picks it up at 66. I had a feeling you'd jump in there, Lisa. Congratulations, Lisa. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. Lisa, we'll be seeing you soon. David, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm just doing a quick refresh. And there we go. My next item is going to start at $14. And if you like your pie and your cake, you might as well slice it and serve it in style with this Deco. Here we are, Deco again. Chase chrome with a nice yellow bakelite, or in this case, since it's not dark, Catalan. It is pale vanilla or yellow. Look at that curved handle. You have the chase mark there, so you know it's the real deal. And just look at the lines. It does have some scratch from use. Who wouldn't want to use this lovely thing? It has been cleaned and triple cleaned, and other than me handling it now, but the chrome is in great shape. You can see the studio and the reflection. This measures from tip to tip, 9 inches long and 2.5 inches at its widest point, which is the top of this blade before it goes into the neck of the handle. Just gorgeous, gorgeous lines. Just exciting when you can find something like this that has survived and doesn't end up in some landfill.
I love that.
Yeah, serve your pie and cake in style.
I would sit right in front of my Deco frame and eat pie all night and get fat. Oh, it went dark. I think I've lost David. We will try to resume connection with him. And while we're waiting for connection to come back again, I shall bring myself back. Hold tight, everybody. We're going to give it a second because I know everybody's going to tell us in the chat. But we see it. And as soon as I see David in the green room, I will bring him back. In the meantime, since I don't see him, I'm going to keep the ball rolling. But I know that I've got my eyes on it, David. So I'm looking for you, and we're going to bring you back as soon as we can. And then we'll jump right back into David with his wonderful Art Deco. And that's fantastic. I'll tell you what we'll do now, because I still don't see him yet. So I imagine he's fiddling with whatever it is he needs to fiddle with. And if I happen to miss anything, just shout at me. There he is. Add to the stage. I think we've got him back. We've got him.
I had a daughter-in-law try to FaceTime me, and it shuts you off of the StreamYard. So hopefully Tammy can make that call real quick and tell her to leave me alone. Her name rhymes with Ashley.
Okay, did you pick it?
So here again is the Chase cake and pie server. I don't know if there are any bids, but I will count this down anyway. 10, 9, over 400 watching now. We really appreciate you.
Oh, how exciting.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
If we didn't sell it, we're going to bring that back, David, because that'll sell tonight. No, I see Ms. Jackie at 14. Now, I don't know if there's anything before it or not. Might have been.
High bid first at 14 is Miss Jackie. So D. Raphael, you would have to, there you go. You've increased your bid to 15, and we're just waiting for the stop. And I really thank all of you for joining us tonight on this special episode of Two Chaps on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, on a Tuesday night. And I thank you as well. You know that I do, everyone.
There's the stop. D. Raphael, I see you have the winning bid, so I will just quickly, if you don't mind, drop this again. The email, that's how you can get a hold of me, so I can get your information and get your invoice sent to you. Thank you so much.
Okie doke. Karen, next up. See, Karen, I remembered starting at 130. This gives Karen a chance to put it in. I get conference calls from her telling me what I'm supposed to do, and I appreciate she keeps me on track. So starting at 130 is a Victorian pickle caster, complete, original, and in fantastic condition.
Lovely.
It's all set to go. This is made in Connecticut. The silver is. The actual the glass, and I'll take the glass out first. Yes, it has its tongs with it, which are an original set of tongs. The glass itself is in the Foxhall pattern made by Campbell Jones and Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this particular pattern was introduced in 1882. So this is not any older than 1882. But by the time Queen Victoria was out of there in 1901, these were old-fashioned and out of style. So this will date from 1882 to into the 1890s. And Meridian, Connecticut, Meridian. There's the lid. I didn't polish the lid. The rest of it the polish is really good on it. I'll let you see just the base. We'll turn it all the way around, and it's marked on the bottom. These first appeared in the 1820s, became popular in the 1860s.
That is a stunner.
By about 1901, they'd run their course. And remember, you say, my gosh, they must be really tiny pickles. Well, pickle caster, but for anything pickled. Cauliflower, beans, fruit. They pickled everything because didn't need refrigeration, it could sit out. So this lovely thing, silver plated, and the silver plate is there. I'm hoping that it's showing up. I did not polish this at all. And the silver plate on it is in really good condition.
No, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, I was so excited, and I said, well, okay, I'm going to go ahead. Now, what you'll get with the caster is the information that I just gave you. So you'll have that so that you'll know. It is not sterling. It is quadruplate. If you guys can help me, if you see any, I'm not going to be able to catch any of the, all of the questions.
Yeah, John Robert just asked if it was sterling, and you just answered his question.
Oh, okay. Meridian B, Meridian 249 quadruplate. So that's in Connecticut, if memory serves. And there you have it. All right, let me put the lid back on. I don't know where we are bid wise. If you see that, David.
Yeah, we're still at your opening bid of 130.
Okay, so if there are no bids, we're going to put it away. I'll give it another second and see if we have any interest in it. If there are no bids, you showed. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the frame already sold. So you say there are no.
You just received a bid of 140 from D. Raphael.
Okay.
Patsy M is at 135, so she would need to increase her bid.
And when you're out shopping, if you can find the ones with a colored glass, you can up the price. Those are a little bit more, sometimes a lot more expensive. And sometimes you'll find them, with painted, cranberry glass. I don't know what else to say. I guess there's nothing really else to say. So are there any questions? Thank you for letting me know that there is a bid. Appreciate that. I'm coming to get you, pickle. All right, then.
Our viewer, D. Raphael, said, wow, you pronounced my name correctly. No one ever gets it, LOL.
Oh,
I deal with a lot of different names and pronunciations in the medical field, so I have to use accents.
10, the high bid is 140.
140.
And we're going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Victorian pickle caster. Better than castor oil. All right. right, that piece of paper goes down there.
I bid at 145, 150. Lucas is now in at 157.
Okay.
We're now at 160.
I don't mean to poke you guys in the eye, but I have to go up there and enlarge the screen. You know, I don't. Yeah. Have you ever seen a square one? I think most of the ones I see are round. I hadn't thought of that. I don't believe it's rare because it's square, but
I've seen the square like at the antique store, but
it might be a little harder to. The square might be a little more unusual. I don't know.
yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. That's quite an observation. Whoever that was. Karen Gungoon something. I'm sorry, Karen. Karen okay. Gagnon. And very unusual. The stop is in, and the pickle caster is going to, I believe, Lucas at
189.
Lucas, thank you. And I've got your information, so you and I are all set. Lucas, thank you. And I appreciate everyone who placed bids. Thank you so much. I'll keep my eye out for them. They ain't easy to find. Thank you, Lucas, and all.
Okay. My next start, and let's get away from Art Deco from my end for a little bit. We'll step away slightly. And the start is $15. And you know I like a box. You know, Tammy can tell you there's an ornate storage box. David's going to get it, or a writing box, or a knick-knack box, or a dresser box. But this one is 100% cedar, and it contained 100 cigars at one point. But I love that they took the time to make these for cigars as a shipping humidor, and not cheaply. That's a brass clasp on this box. Dovetailed, two little hinges in the back. The clasp does open, and then I'll show you the bottom, which I found very interesting. This is 100% cedar. There would have been a manufacturer's label on the inside, but why do that when you have everything you need on the bottom? And what I thought was cool for me, 27th anniversary of this, from 1934 to 1961, genuine Spanish cedar chest, which was a product of the House of Delmage, and it's Tampa, Florida. And it at one point held 100 cigars. Just a nice little piece. If you have someone that takes an occasional pipe or an occasional celebratory cigar, they can keep this in a nice cedar box, along with what I'm finding out. They have everything changes. Everything has evolved. So now what I hear is that there's a safe chemical way to keep the humidity down in these type of storage, and that they make these bags that are actually smart bags. And if it's too humid, it dries the inside of the box. If it's too dry, it takes just enough of the moisture in to keep the atmosphere for your items that way. Kind of weird, I know, but it's different. Or use it as storage. 100% cedar, and that's what I like about it. Let me give you a quick measurement. This is roughly 14 by 8. And it's going to stand about 6 inches tall. Just a lovely little storage item. Keep gloves in there, whatnots, chess pieces, game pieces.
I'm always looking for somewhere to keep my whatnots.
Notes from family, cufflinks. Hide that candy when the grandkids come over. They'll never look in this old box. And I will count it down. I see the high bid is 25, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you fans of cedar, you know this. If you lightly sand this, you'll get that cedar smell back. And who doesn't love that cedar smell? Very few.
Indeed.
I just want to make Scott laugh.
I love to smell cedar.
Scott is not an easy audience. You have to come up with something good to make Scott laugh.
Well, I have my sense of humor is what it is.
It is what it is.
While we're
Tammy
waiting,
loves that saying. That's going to be on my tombstone. It is. Maybe it should be. It was what it was.
you're being facetious because she does not like that saying. I'm not a fan of it either. While we're waiting for your winner, we had jumped. We're now at 401, but thank you, everyone. We did hit 425, and I wanted last night for you to come back strong to show David the love that you're not, and you did. So we hit that 425. They all came to see you, David, and I'm so thrilled of that and appreciative. Thank you, everyone who came.
I appreciate it.
The stop is in and back in the day fines at $41. There you go.
On the way to Louisiana to you, Robert. Thank you so much.
Okie dokie. And I would like to thank the winner of the chocolate pot, because I did receive your email. I'm looking at it right now. And you sent me your name, your address, your PayPal email. You did it. Okay, Jim. Is it? Yes, Jim. And so I appreciate that. Thank you, Jim. I just checked it to make sure that we were in touch, and we are. Let's continue on now with, Okay.
Okay.
$90, Miss Karen Williams. $90. And I shall hold her up with joy. I've got you by the waist, darling. Don't move too much. Okay. What is it? Well, it's a piece of Cambridge glass called statuesque, and it starts at 90. And I'll tell you that it is in immaculate condition, which means it's not chipped or cracked or damaged in any way. It's 9 o'clock, and we're going to keep on going. Forget the intermission, unless you need to take one. The glass is called Carmen Red. There's a whole statuesque line introduced in 1931. She's not got any clothes on, as a lot of those ladies did in the Deco era. It was a thing. And we'll turn her all the way around. Now those are not wings. That's her hairdo that's blowing in the wind. So she is, we'll turn her all the way around. Very shapely. And she goes all the way down to the bottom. We'll pull her back so you can see. And she stands, yes, I bought this in a thrift store. I certainly did. She's 8 inches tall. Also known as line 3011, lady figure, the Cambridge Nudes. This line, or at least parts of it, was produced from 1931 onward until the second company ceased operations. Very popular with today's collectors, blah, blah, blah. Where are you getting that information from? Well, I do always like to share some of my references, and this reference tonight is my book on Cambridge. I see we have the opening bid of 90. And if you like statuesque, you can find candle holders, stems. There's the line. Lots of different items in the statuesque pattern. This one is pictured here, but we won't spend any more time with that book. I just like to share from time to time what my references are.
Beautiful.
Any questions on the Deco Nude Lady? You know what, Carmen Sittler? I had not.
Do you take coupons? No.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Green
That wasn't a real question.
Green stamps on a bad day. But yes, the companies, they came up with all these colored names for the things, but it was called Carmen Red. And Sweetie, if you don't mind, I'm going to grab you where I'm probably not supposed to be, because I want to turn you this way and let you see there is an embossed, I don't know how well you can see it. There is an embossed pattern there. Okay. Now, the temperature is going down tonight. Okay. So I suggest you put something on. No defect, none. This is flawless. Count it down. Okay, I will. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And at the moment, the high bid is 90. And now it's gone up to 120. And Karen will give it a second to make sure anyone who's lagging can fix that. And I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for that, there were 2 of them at the thrift store, and one of them I didn't buy. You know why? Because her arm was cracked all the way through. And yeah, and this wasn't on the shelf for like $3. This was behind the counter where you have to ask, may I see that, please? And then they bring it down to you. So you can,
with gloves on. I like when they put their gloves on and they do the whole regalia. Harps start playing, and then you get to hold it under armed security watch. And
I'm sorry.
They hold their breath.
There's our stop, and I want to make sure. I didn't mean to cut you off, David.
It's okay.
I think it might be Lucas at 157, and if I'm wrong on that, Karen, let me slide back up because there was a bid that came in before that might. Let me just double check, and if you'll let us check.
I have Lucas at 157.
Okay. Then I thank you, Lucas. Lucas, this expensive, well, no, that's not what I meant to say. Anything that's breakable, if it's large, often things will be double boxed, and so I'll make sure it's double. But Lucas, thank you. It's yours at 157. Thank you, Lucas, and everyone who placed bids. Okie doke.
How did you tell them you would take it? Like, I'll take it, or I'll purchase this, please?
Give me just a moment. I need to write this down, and I've not written it down yet. Okay, there we go. 157. I said I'll take it.
I'll take it. Just like that.
Just like that.
And the rest is history.
Just like that.
Okay. My next item. Thank you for hanging in with us. I will bring an antique to you. This is a little niche. I love inkwells. I use fountain pens. I've used an inkwell a time or two, not lately, not since we've moved, but I'm going to get back into it. But I've always loved inkwells. This start is $120, a true antique.
Yeah.
And there we go. This is an inkwell designed by Thomas Hudson and called and patented under the barometric inkwell. Now, this piece of glass, the glass was encased in a plaster. That's the original plaster. So they would set the glass in this mold, plaster it. But if you were to remove the glass, it would almost look like a snail because this bottom piece, the tube would come up and then it had its glass mouth. That's all one piece of glass. It almost looks like almost similar to a snail. And then you have this mechanism to dip your pen in. And I have a calligraphy pen here just to show how you would do just so. And for filling the ink, you would just carefully tilt this and drop the ink in there. And then it would fill the bell. And then you would be good to keep that at a 90-degree angle, and you would be good to go. What I will do, if we have a winning bid for this item, you will receive printed provenance about this inkwell and the design of the actual glass bell, the diagram from the original engineer.
The approach.
It's not original paperwork, but it's printed so you can show how, if you to truly appreciate the unique design of this, which was patented.
You're being asked for the approximate age.
This was introduced and first patented in 1861 and then reissued with these stands. The original did not come with the pen stands. So in 1864, you had this one would be what they called their Oriental scroll for the pen stand. Others had feather-like designs where it looked like wings were coming off the side. I would love to see that one in person. So this would date back to 1864.
You're being asked what is the top crossbar for?
The top crossbar is to hold a pin. Oh, this one. This actual crossbar. That I am not certain what that would hold. But this would hold your pins here. You could rest another pin there. Perhaps I would think because of these two wings that this just stabilizes this so these aren't bent.
So if I hate to do this, but we're trying to answer questions, and so
Sure.
Yeah, no, David, it's just that when we have this many folks, if we could keep the conversation based upon questions on the item, that really helps David, me, and Karen. So it's not that we don't want you to be friendly with each other, but that's just, I hope you'll understand, everyone, that we're just trying to answer questions. Thank you so much. Okay, keep going, David. I don't want to miss anything.
Right. So this would have been I guess the era, if you want to talk about the era for both of these inkwells that I'm bringing, as far as movement, Eastlake, the Eastlake aesthetic movement, getting away from the fancy Victorian type things. You know, Eastlake was an engineer that introduced some items in design. But that's just a gorgeous, gorgeous old inkwell. If it's one thing to use fountain pens, another thing to use dip ink in an actual dip pen, where you have items such as, like I have an example here for you to dip in. You don't ink this, you ink it by dipping it in, or even like a Bakelite version that you use and dip in. Or you can just use a fountain pen and use this as an aesthetic, just collecting old things. But just think of someone that would have used this. I mean, just wonderful engineering.
Okay.
And I don't know if we have any interest, so we will move.
No,
on.
hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone says, what is the starting? I guess they're asking for the starting price again. Could we just repeat that?
It was $120.
Okay.
Yeah, the start's way up there, and then I guess there's a couple of side conversations, but
Yeah, we try to keep those to a minimum, folks, and it's not that we're non-caring, but we're trying to. It makes it hard for us to focus on. Well, you get the picture. All right, keep going.
okay, I will count it down. That was in, so we don't have a bid. So I will just bring this back at the end of the sale.
Okay. And just so that everyone knows, I gave I did give time last night at the very end of the show. If anybody had any personal concerns that they wanted to mention, again, it's not that we don't care. We do. I believe in prayer, and I will, but when that happens, like sort of during the sale, it kind of makes it difficult to keep going and to see everything. So if you do have personal things that you want to share and you want to do that sort of at the end of the show, that would be great. We'll give you a few minutes to put those things in there of a personal nature. And I know David and I appreciate that, and Karen does as well. It just makes it a lot easier for us to see what's going on. Okay, so thank you again. I hope everybody understands where that's coming from. And did we have, so the stop is in, but we're going to possibly have time to bring that back, David?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to do, you want to just go ahead and do another one? And then I'll come in with the, if you want to do another one, and then the next thing I'm going to bring in is this lemon table set.
Well, the next item would have been an inkwell of the same era, starting at 120. This one's extremely unique if you haven't seen one. So, Karen, if you want to put in that start of 120, $120, go ahead.
Okay, so we'll take it back to you. Thanks, David.
Right. This is this type. If you want to talk about types, this is a double inkwell. The type is what they called a snail type.
Ooh.
Snail type. And the reason being because that glass, it resembles a snail. And you never drop the ink. That's how you keep it dry, where it stays on this panel. And then when you want to dip your ink, Y2 vessels, you may have blue ink or a red ink. That could be the reason for the two. Again, this would have been part of the East Lake aesthetic. And you'd have triple pen holders, 1, 2, and 3 for the slots on top. Let me give you an example. That looks funny with Bakelite on it, but it is what it is. And I know you hate that saying.
I've never seen that before.
And just to give you some background on this design, since it moves and it's set in this cage that was considered a mechanical or a pivoting well.
Mm-hmm.
It's manufactured by a company named Peck, Stowe, and Wilcox, circa 1870.
Wow.
And just so you know, the measurements are just under 5 inches by 4 inches, and then allowing for the overhang from this bottom of this footing to this overhang of the pin ledge, 5.5 inches. And I will also include a newsletter from a society of collectors of inkwells about not just this inkwell, but the tens of inkwells that have this similar design in porcelain, glass, single bell inkwells. I didn't know that many existed, but all older inkwells. There's some people that are remanufacturing these in plaster, which I find amazing. They're painting them like in shapes of their beloved dog that's passed away.
You have a lot of questions, David. So if we can go through these quickly, where did you find it? Is it cracked? Is it functional? Is the glass stained?
This was found. I found this at I think it's a thrift, or when we were on our trip in Memphis, and it was actually a consignment thrift.
Mm-hmm.
That I found it out. There's no cracks. It's still functional. That will hold ink. To test it, I fill these with water to clean these out. So it doesn't leak. Tightly fit into the framing. So those aren't going to come off unless forced, unless you crack it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's ready to use. If you're not an ink user, heck, you could put a little bud in there if you wanted to. A little carnation or whatever you want to put in here if you'd like. But fully functional and ready to use, ready to ink if you're going to use an ink pen. But actually true antiques from 1870. And I think that's all the questions
I think
I had on those.
Okay.
Okay, I can bring that back. Those are the two fabulous inkwells I have for tonight.
And they are fabulous. And I think if we don't have inkwell folks here tonight, maybe a deep dive video on your channel, and then if you don't sell them tonight, then bring them back, because those, I think you're waiting for the right folks to see that.
Sure.
But those are beautiful, David. And yes, I remember when you found that at that consignment shop, wherever we were. It was a big place.
It was huge. You had to really dig in that one.
And we dug. Next up, starting at $149, is a table set made of glass. A table set made of glass, and we're going to start at $149 on it. And I'll hold each piece up one at a time. I guess I'll start with the butter dish because it's the biggest. Somebody says, oh, you collect Art Deco inkwells. Okay. He's got one he doesn't want to sell, but he'll show it to you maybe as a teaser. So it's you get all four pieces. When table sets were sold, they came with a butter dish, a cream pitcher, a sugar bowl, which could be covered or not. This one happens to be, and a spooner. Spooners sat on the table amongst the other pieces, and they held spoons. This glass glows under UV light, and I'll show you that in a minute. But hold the butter dish, well, that's kind of, I'll just hold up the sugar bowl. Nah, the creamer. Have a better look at it. This is the Georgia pattern. This was manufactured by Tarentum Glass Company of Tarentum, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1894 until 1918, and this pattern was introduced in 1900. Original advertisements of the era showed this. You could find it in crystal, emerald, lemon, and I learn every day. And I should have known this is a little more lemony than custard. And they referred to this as a lemon color because it's definitely more lemony than a custard color. So it's very, very lemony.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
And did I tell you there's not a flea bite anywhere? I couldn't believe it. And this lemon colored glass, of course, has plenty of uranium in it. And so it will do this under a UV light. So I'm going to go ahead and watch. David, if you see any questions, if you'll just jump in and interrupt me, that'd be great. The set comes together, all four pieces, as you would buy a table set. And the sugar bowl, again, I love take the lid off. Look at the 4 feet on each one.
Amy's asking who the manufacturer was again?
Tarentum Glass Company of it's spelled Tarentum. It's probably out near Pittsburgh in the western area where most of this stuff was made. There's the butter dish. This was introduced in 1900.
Your high bid currently is $200. Now $220.
So I thought I'll put that again on it so you can see if you plan on putting it into it. Now there's a lot of light in here. I'm telling you, when you turn all the lights off.
No, you can see it's popping. You
could light the whole room with this.
Yeah, your high bid now is $275.
Okay, I'm going to put the butter dish down. It has a really pretty small, delicate bead effect. And these beads I don't know, you can see they're so tiny. They're almost like seed pearls. It's so tiny. See them there? It's smooth as it can be. I've run my hands over this 3 times. I just cannot believe. And this is not reproduced. This was in some china closet, and it's been sitting in a china closet for 100 years, I bet. Well, now 126 years, right? If this was introduced in 1900, it can be as old as that. There's the sugar bowl. So your high bid
now is $325.
Okay, you've seen all the pieces, and I will say this to whoever the winner is. We're going to get another cold spell last week. Yeah, I did, in this case, look ahead. whoever purchases this, you are more than welcome to let me know if you want me to hold it for a little while. I will wrap it in paper, bubble wrap, and it will be double boxed. So it'll be shipped with insurance. But if you're worried about temperatures, I can hold it for you. You'll have to pay the invoice, but you'll just have to let me know if you want it held. When we get this really cold spells where we're down below freezing for several days, let's count it down if there aren't any other questions on it. It's smooth. I've had it for a couple of weeks, and I've had it sitting out on a table, and every day I just walk by and fondle it. Is that weird?
No. In what we do, no, that's not weird at all.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't mind admitting it. I mean, hey, I get excited over this. I'm a glass guy. It's in my blood.
I was at a store one time, and you know how when you patron a store and they come by and they say, sir, would you like me to take that up front for you to hold it? I said, no. We're getting to know each other.
I love it. All right. You'll get this piece of paper as well, which tells you where it was made, when it was made, the name of the company. And you can also go, did he give the name? Did I give the name of the glass? It's called the Georgia pattern, made by the Tarentum Glass Company, and we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, all 4 pieces. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now put it down, Scott, before you are the first person in 125 years to chip it. Woo! That would be, then you would hear some
rigmarole.
The lemon colored glass is on its way. I don't remember where we were. Okay, there's the stop. So I'm going to have to back up to see what that is.
No, it's Karen Marshall at $325. There's a late bid. Let me check if they got it before the stop. Bear with me. Yeah, it's Karen Marshall at $325.
Karen, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm delighted. If you'll contact, I don't think I have your information, Karen, but I can't remember. Either way, I would like you to write to me to give me any special instructions you might have, such as asking me to hold it until, we get another 3 or 4 days where it's not 10 degrees. So if you'll write to me, Karen, I'll look for your email while we're broadcasting so I can make sure you and I are connected. And thank you, everyone who placed bids. I appreciate it. Thank you, Karen. Marshall and David, the floor is back to you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
The next start I have, it's going to be for a nice little mirror tray. The start is $35. And this is a twofer. You're going to get both pieces starting at $35. We have this wonderfully designed mirror dresser tray, and it has a celluloid figurine embedded inside the tray.
It's pretty.
Just a wonderful design. Ready to put. I'll show you what it's going to come with in just a second. I just want you to see the design of the tray without too much reflection. But this would look great with a few collectibles, maybe some Deco perfume bottles or items that you would have on a vanity or a dresser. We're going to couple this with a not Deco, not old, but this lovely glass vase with that complements it. It's a smoky glass, almost a gray, with lovely chrome leaves. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves surrounding the vase, which can be removed for cleaning. So you'll get the tray and the vase together for the winning bid. And then I'll show close-ups of the tray, but the vase, of course, will pop out for cleaning. if you so desire, and pops right in. There's the bottom of the vase. And here's the details of the tray. I love the design of the paint on this.
I do too, David.
It's wonderful how these things survive for our enjoyment years later after they're manufactured. It has a black felt on the bottom to lay safely on your furniture. And just a wonderful design. Great deco design. I was just having the whiskey straight up, but okay. Oh. But you can take that. Thank you.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
The question is, David, we've got questions. Is the tray flat on the top?
The tray is flat. It is reverse painted, so the felt is protecting the paint.
Okay.
And the figurine and all of the design. It like I said, it does lay flat. That's how thin it is. There are small footings that were placed on the felt for the safety of the glass. You have 4 here. It's just a little piece of lint. And then, like I said, the celluloid figure in the middle is embedded inside that design. So very nicely done.
They want to know the size of it. You have your high bid is 40, and what is the size of it?
Let's see. This is 11 by 7 for the mirror. And then the vase is 5.5 inches tall. So just for perspective, 11. Well, actually, the vase is actually 7 inches. So the height of the vase equals the width of the mirror, and then if you elongate the mirror, it is 11 inches long. So it complements each other very nicely, I think. So you get both for the winning bid, and I'll count it down. I do see there are bids there. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll wait for the stop. As we wait for those to come in, I see a few people saying good night. So thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, everyone. Absolutely. Just to let you know what's coming up next, but we're waiting. The stop is in, and your winner is Leanne Doolin at 55, I believe, David.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, everyone who bid. I appreciate it.
Yes, and now we've got a butter dish, and we're going to start at $35. Ask Karen Williams anything you want to know about butter dishes. We have had so much fun learning, and Karen has done most of the work. But we've gone back and forth because some of you thought it was a caviar, and that was a great, we got to thinking, well, maybe it is a caviar, but we're convinced beyond doubt that it's a butter. And there are a couple of reasons why. But it's going to start at $35, this one, and it is silver plate. I didn't polish it. It's in great condition. There's a lot of silver on it. Let's take the knife off first, which has a patent date on it of 1909. But remember, this didn't necessarily start out life with this. It probably didn't. These could get separated easily. So there's a patent date on the on the knife plate. It's plated of 1909. Again, this is made in Connecticut. I think I have to turn it upside down. We'll take the lid off. The interesting thing about this one, and what gave the thought that it was caviar, there's a...
Doing the deep dive, Karen says she knows much more about caviar now.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. And it was like, and Karen and I went for days back and forth on this. This is a glass tray, and Karen did some digging. This was eventually, these were made so that they could be dropped here to keep the butter from picking up acidity from the bottom of the butter dish. And this one, again, made in Connecticut. Is this another one of those? Get your eyeball. Is this a Rogers? Yeah, William Rogers plate, New York. I'm sorry. So we're not in Connecticut. We're in New York. This is quadruplate. I'm going to start fading in a little bit here. Quadruple plate. You know what I'm trying to say. And so there we have it. And remember that the butter in those days was often figural. So yeah, you'd need room for it to sit. Sometimes it was in the shape, at Easter time, it could be in the shape of a cross or a lamb. At Christmas, it could be in the shape of a Christmas tree, if it was made in a mold. And then the butter could sit up on this glass insert. And so I don't know if we have any questions or not. I'm going to need you, if you see any, to just throw your question.
Yeah, I don't see any questions, just saying how beautiful it is.
So there's the inside. Look at all those dents. No.
Okay, one question. What's the diameter?
Of what? Of the whole thing, or the...
Probably the whole thing.
Well, I'll give you the diameter of the insert, 5 inches. This is 5 inches across here. So, and you can see this is the original glass insert. Now, the one that's on the china closet above me has an insert. It's metal. This one is glass. I don't know if we weren't really sure if you paid more for glass. We just couldn't figure that out. But that's the long and short of it. So okay. I'm going to put the tray back in. I'm going to put the lid back on. And I was kidding. Those aren't dents. That looks like I can't believe it's not butter crown. Anyway, so, okay.
Oh, no.
What?
I just saw you put it on your head.
Oh, I know. There are lots of reasons why it's not a caviar. If you want to use it for a caviar, you could, but there's no need to go into all of that. We did the studying and it took a while, but it was a lot of fun to learn. And Karen, you taught me a lot from your research, and I appreciate it. So if there aren't any questions, we'll count, or if there are no more questions, we'll count it down. The high bid is 120. And here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. None of the caviar servers that we found ever had a place for a utensil rack. It was one of the things we saw. Also, the size. There were several reasons why it turns out it's butter and not caviar.
GD Mac offers to you could put a cheese ball in it.
I suppose you could put your dentures in it. Why not?
Or a doll head.
A doll head.
Your high bid currently is 145.
I can't remember, Karen. I know Karen's watching, so let's be quiet. I know she has to watch and see to put the stop in, so I'm not going to pick. Okay, Cheryl, there it's in. We're going to refresh and just make sure that I think Rising might have come in just after, but we'll see. We'll let Karen call it for us. She will hit the refresh and give us the official call on it. David, you can double check it as well.
I've done the same. I see Cheryl Miller at 148.
Okay, so I'm waiting for our moderators to give us the answer, and we have it. And Phoenix, I'm sorry you came in after. Thank you for your bids. And so that means it's Cheryl Miller at 148. Cheryl, I have your info, don't I? I know I do. David, what are you going to sell next? Cheryl, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I thank everyone who placed bids and showed interest on that. And it was a lot of fun to do the research on that particular piece.
Yeah, it's amazing. Some of the information you find, similar to, you've mentioned the an EAPG database, and then there's databases for fountain pen users or inkwell collectors, and I've stumbled upon that doing my research for the inkwells that I get. So that's fun to go back and forth. And they have a particular site that is just their newsletter. Hey, this is what we're selling. They have a store on eBay, but then they have a members only database for researching, and then with actual book and archive references.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their newsletter, which is their public website, but then you need to be a member to look up their database, and that is fun. That was a nice rainy day for me, going through that website with looking at everything that I had. So that was fun for me. So I get that. That's
I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to just double check and make sure we didn't make a mistake with Rising Phoenix, who might have had a bid of 150 earlier. Let's back up there, Karen. You and I will both look at that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, David.
no. I'm looking too.
Yeah, and I thought she did. No, I'm sorry, Rising. Well, back up again. She back up. Just want to be sure. No reason not to double check it.
I see 150 after the stop, and I've refreshed twice.
Okay, so have I. Okay, we got it. Rising Phoenix, I'm sorry, your bid did come in after the stop. You might see it before, but if you refresh, you'll see that it is after. So sorry about that, but we're glad to double check for you. I'll find you another one. You know me. I'll get out there tomorrow morning and find you one. I'll try to. Okay, we're down to the last 30 minutes. We've got maybe only 20 minutes. We don't want to go too much past 10 o'clock. So, David, let's take it back to you for your next item.
Sure. My next item, the start will be. Da-da-da. This is a start is 24.
Okay.
This is for a large glass vanity dresser. And I say large because compared to the one, Leanne one, it's a little bit bigger. If you notice that, it's clear glass. It's older. At first, I thought it was one of those really cool ice cream trays.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't find any reference on it. Couldn't find a reference on this one. But it's a lovely rope pattern. The start is 24. This measures 12 and a half inches by 8.5. So 12 and a half by 8.5. And I'll come in very close with the detail. But it has that antique charm. Lots of straw marks. And what we mean by straw marks, if you notice here, you see these lines from when they press the glass. They look like cracks, but they're not. That's just a flaw in the mold processing when that's being fired up and molded. So, but wonderful roping design, and then with little scroll work here in the center of the long line that matches these scrolled corners. Just a beautiful piece of glass. Perfect for displaying trinkets, your jewelry, any other small items. It's not going to take up a lot of space. This sits flat. There's the bottom. And because of the molding, it feels sharp, but that's just the mold. Running my hands on here, it's just you touch this pressed glass and it feels like there would be a shard or a chip, but it's not. It's just the sharp edges of this molding. Let me show you how flat that molding is there. Nice old heavy glass. I don't know if we have a bit. No, I do see Monica Williams. Thank you. And let me show the design again. Like I said, a nice rope pattern that meets in the middle for a little scroll. And then all four corners look lovely like that. And then it's got a little pebbling design the way they had the mold on the bottom. That's just how it was manufactured. Almost like a little pebble design. And those are straw marks, not cracks or any issues with the glass. We know most of the EAPG had straw marks in it. And I will count this down. Looks like Monica has the opening bid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll wait for that stop. Thank you, Monica, for your interest in this item. It's hard to keep it all. I'll tell you that. Scott can attest to that. You can't keep it all. We would love to, but you can't.
Indeed, that's so true.
Catherine, I see you at 28. There's a stop. Monica, thank you for your bid. That's going to go to Catherine Tate at $28. Thank you so much.
I'm going to show this piece, and I'm going to tell you that it starts at $23. And then, because I value you and I value your time, that didn't come out right. Anything that you saw
Sounded good.
Well, it's getting late, and you know how I am. This starts. I'm going to tell you about this in a minute, but it starts at whatever I said, 23. Anything that you saw in the preview that I haven't gotten to yet that you're waiting for, I don't want you to sit here for 2 hours and then not have it be brought up. So there's stuff I didn't get to. We'll keep going, but we're not going to be here till 11 o'clock. So if there's anything you specifically came for and you haven't seen it yet, if you'll put that in the chat. David, if you'll keep your eyes peeled, I'll try to keep my eyes peeled as well, and we'll sell those items for you. But certainly. Rose in the Snow. Isn't that a lovely name for this pattern? Made by Campbell and Jones and Company, number 125. Rose in Snow was given later, also known as Rose in Snow. This is old. This is a compote covered. All right, I'll bring the pink glasses. I see that. Thank you. I'll bring those next. If David doesn't mind, I'll just jump right in and sell them.
That's fine.
This was introduced in 1883. This is antique pattern glass. It is in excellent condition. It's called Rose in Snow. Look at the roses and the snow. Sherry, I'll try to get to the cruet. The cruet is one that I didn't promise. I'll try, Sherry, if you want to hang in there. The cruet was one I said we might be able to get to, but I definitely promised the pink. So we'll see if we can get that in there as well for you. I love how part of the bottom is hollow. They sometimes put dried flowers in there. So there aren't any chips or cracks on this piece of EAPG. Firecracker has the high bid right now of 24, and I'm not going to take a lot of time. We know what early American pattern glass is, and that is such a pretty pattern, Snow in the Rose. And this could be for covered fruit salads, anything that Victorians wanted to put on their table and cover to keep flies out of it and whatnot. So this, yeah, that's a caviar dish. Introduced again in 1883. Don't let this one slip by. I don't know if I'm ever going to find another. I've never had Rose in Snow before. And this one is chip and crack free.
Rose in Snow falls mainly on the pros.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Next up are those Art Deco tumblers because it was requested. Let me put this down. Again, if we try not to bring too much, but we do try to sell everything that we say we're going to sell in one evening, because that way you don't feel like you sat here all night and wasted your time. Patsy McCarthy, let's see, we're at 25 and now we're at 30. We'll wait for a second for the stop to come in. It's in, and our winner is Patsy McCarthy at 30. Patsy, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, the next thing are the tumblers, and they're going to start at $30. No, they start at 25. I'm sorry, Karen. They start at 25. Patsy got that last piece for 30. Patsy McCarthy at 30. This starts at $25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pink Art Deco tumblers in a pink caddy. This is Art Deco, and you see that is, and they're wonderful. There are no chips on any of these glasses. There's no dishwasher damage, and I just love how deco they are. I did look the manufacturer of these up at one point, and now I don't remember. But it's one of the depression glass companies of the United States. And these pink tumblers stand 5 inches tall. They are in excellent condition, all 6 of them. Sorry, it's been in my basement, and you know how spidery my basement is. My whole house is covered in spiders. But love it. So lemonade on the porch, ice water. It is not easy to find a set of 6 Depression era pink tumblers with no chips in their carrying caddy. I can tell you that. Been in this business for a long time. And this kind of thing is getting harder to find because, you know, these things are knocking on the door now of about 100 years old, close to it. Our clutter of cats has, let's see, the high bid of 32. I'm going to count this down, and then I'm going to take it back to David in just a moment. Counting down this, the high bid right now is 33, and here we go. Get those bids in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's going to all be packed very carefully. And let me jump up here. And if you'll hold on for just a second, I'll keep my eyes here to see who our winner is. And we've got a few more bids. Thanks. I did not plan on buying that, but it seemed so cheap. Karen, was that a deal? Was that a deal? $30 to get that covered EAPG from 1888? I'll say it was.
Absolutely.
Abso-bloomin'-lutely.
Do the tie dance.
I hope you don't have, huh?
Do the tie dance.
All right, the pink tumblers are on their way. The stop is in, and Charlotte picks them up. No, it's
no. Our clutter of cats at 50.
Got it. Okay, our clutter of cats. You were new to me a couple days ago, but I have your information, so you're all set. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your bids, David. Let's take it back to you. What else have you got?
Starting at $19. We have this wonderful piece of from the Northwood company, and thank you, Karen Williams, for helping me identify this. This is circa 1903 for this spooner. Beautiful clear glass with a ring of fire. Created in Wheeling, West Virginia. This is a carnelian pattern. Lovely clear glass with a ring of fire opalescent on top.
You've got your opening bids of 19. That's pretty, David.
It's gorgeous. This is, oh, where's my measuring tape? Well, spooner size. So you're looking at 4 inches by 3 at the opening. Let me show you the footing. Just absolutely stunning. There's the bottom. Chip free, crack free. You do have a little bit of the paint loss, but not much on the flower designs. You can see it's still the gilding on there. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of glass. Lovely little survivor. And like I said, or Scott said, we won't spend a lot of time on this. You can see it. You can appreciate the history of this. I call all of this glass art history. In the case of the inkwells, that's history as well. Even the glass that pertains to that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone that's hanging in with us tonight. We really appreciate it, especially on the juggled time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we're waiting for that stop. I'm going to do a quick refresh while we're waiting for it so that I'm, I guess, almost live with the feed. Scott and I are chatting with each other on StreamYard, and then we're watching on YouTube. So there is what appears to be a small lag, but it's not long. There is the stop, and I see Elena Cunningham at 34. And thank you, everyone else, for your bid. I appreciate it. Elena Cunningham at 34.
David, do you mind, since it was
No, go ahead.
Okay, let's just. I'll keep this. I'll keep me up. I'll keep you up, David. $18 on the cruet. We're going to look for an opening bid. It's an early American pattern glass cruet. Beautiful. It's not cut. It's pressed. It was blown in a mold. You can see here where it was. The cruet, the stopper fits in beautifully. Whether it's an original stopper or not, that's very difficult to tell. But it fits in just lovely, and it's also nice glass. So a nice vinegar or oil cruet for your table. And Sherry Craddock did request it, and there's her bid of 18. This will be probably my last item. I do have one piece of Heisy. We might be able to squeeze that in if you'll let us go a couple extra minutes tonight. And David, do you have anything else that you haven't sold yet other than
I do.
Okay, well then we'll take it right back to you. Let's count down the cruet. High bid is 18. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I'm going to put that cruet down. And I'll keep my eyes out to see who our winner is. And for the sake of time, David, if you want to, well, I don't want to. Well, go ahead, because I know Karen has to put the stop in. I apologize, Karen. I know you have to do that.
Yeah.
I just don't
let
want
Karen do that thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't. So you've got another, and then you're going to try the inkwells again?
If we have time, if not, I can bring them back and just show everyone tomorrow night if they're interested. Just tune in for that if you're really interested in that. I will show off the Art Deco inkwell I have, since Keith is a collector, and I'll let him drill at it.
Sherry, it's yours at 25, and I thank you.
Now that stop is in, the next choice, this is going to be choice starting at 19. 2 pieces of EAPG. Starting at 19, you have your choice, either green or clear. And these are circa 1896. This is from the United States Glass Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 6 inches by 3. So you have the green, beautiful little vase. Again, this is choice. You can claim green or the clear or both if you'd like. So the winning bid will choose one, or you can get 2 for double the money. So there's the bottom. Beautiful pattern. Second time I found the green one, and the first time I found the clear one. The first one I found was in a small little town in Pennsylvania on our last trip to Pittsburgh. I remember Scott saying, "Where did you find that?" As if there was some magical place that I went. I guess he passed it right by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am not looking at the feed, so.
Well, you have a high bid of 22.
Okay. I'll count it down for the sake of time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See what I did there? We'll wait for the stop. I'll do a quick refresh on my YouTube feed. There's a stop, and the high bid is Elena. Elena, which one do you want? The green, clear, or both?
Ooh.
You get first pick.
Oh, that's right.
Both, please. Okay, Elena. Thank you so much. Scott, did you want to go, or you want me to just go on to the next item?
You go on to the next item, David. Sure.
Okay. Let's see, Elena. And the next item starts at $10. Scott and I have had these from time to time. I've not seen them with a little donkey. This chrome does have pitting on it. So well used by a frequent smoker. But it still has a charm. Nice deco piece. These were manufactured by the Hamilton Product Company of New York City. Sometimes you see birds, donkeys, penguins. What else do we see, Scott?
Elephants.
Elephants, maybe Scotties. I'm not sure.
A fish.
I've never seen the fish.
Oh, I've seen
Interesting.
fish.
So the starting is 10. Still has a lot of character. And I will count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I've not seen the alligators. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On our friend's trip to Kentucky in Louisville, Scott and I went upstairs. We ran upstairs, and I don't know why there was a calling because we left the other group below, and we found a vendor that had probably 8 or 9 of these.
It sure did.
And we pretty much wiped them out. I love the donkeys, though. The burros. I'm in Texas, so I might as well say the burros. Okay, waiting for that stop. See Jenny Mac at 20. There is the stop. That's going to go to you, Jenny Mac. I appreciate it. And Scott, did you have anything else?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's go for it.
I surely shall. And we are knocking on the door of 10 o'clock. So I'll let this be the last item that I have. And it's a piece of Heisy glass. And it starts at $20. It is really lovely. There are a few scratches down in here. I don't know how they got there, but someone did scratch it just a little bit. It is marked Heisy, and it's a really pretty glass compote footed bowl. And it measures 8.5 inches in diameter. And it stands 6 inches tall. Many of you are familiar with the quality of Heisy glass. This one is really pretty. Look, the bottom of it has this extra decoration on it. It's nice and polished. And look at the fruits all the way around the outside. Deeply cut into this. And this is cut, not pressed. All of these designs here are cut. We'll spin it all the way around and let you see how generous and how deep those cuts are. Can't say enough about the quality of the Heisy glass. They went out of business in 1957. There's the Heisy mark on the bottom. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's there. Right there. Very big. And it just, I've not had this before. I didn't go into my Heisy book to look it up, but I imagine that they, as a blank, they would probably had different types of designs that they would carve on it. It might not even necessarily be a pattern name. It's almost a colonial shape that's been given this wonderful cut work on it. The high bid right now is 40 on this piece of Heisy. And this will be my last item for tonight. And then we'll take it back to David and we'll see what he's going to do. It's lovely. Okay, no questions. Very good. We'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On a piece of Heisy. And put you right over there on my extra chair.
Did you sell the APB? ABP?
It's probably that I had 3 pieces of it and I didn't sell any of it. I don't really know that we're going to be able to. Was there one particular piece, Catherine Tate, that you were interested in out of the 3 that I was showing? Our winner is Glenny 55. Glenny 18 at 55.
Correct.
All right. Thank you, Glenny. And David?
Good night to the Rising Phoenix. I have one more item that I have not shown, and then I'm going to bring back the inkwells if you just let me do all 3. If that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Okay. This swivel frame that we all know and love. This is starting at Karen at 29, and Tammy says, she wouldn't be mad if we didn't sell it, but this is starting at 29. Beautiful antique swivel frame. It has a gorgeous decorative mat inside. You don't see the mats a lot, and the more I run into these, the glass isn't even in there anymore. But this is lovely frame. Very sturdy, gorgeous mat inside. Look at the colors. Just wonderful that this has survived. I'll show the back. There's the back. This is would hold a 5x7 photo. There's the bottom of the frame. Top, no issues with the glass. Just a little dust. Just a little dusting needs to be taken care of that. And let me go back to the show here to see if we have any interest.
You've got a bit of 29.
Oh no, Tammy's going to be upset. It's okay. Okay, it's okay that we do have a bid. That's fine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's a very, 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 very nice frame. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I will bring the equals back after we determine who the winner is of the frame. Let me do a quick refresh while this is going on. Yes, sir. You're laughing.
Not at you.
Oh, okay.
Would you like me to?
I guess it's your neighbor.
I often enjoy laughing at you.
Karen is in with a stop, and I see the high bid of 40 from Christina. Thank you so much, Christina. Let me just jot that down or type it in. Thank you. And the next item I will bring back is the first inkwell. And that is from the engineer, Thomas Hudson. This is circa, the start is 120. 120, circa 1864. The original design did not have the pin rest, the frame pin rest. The original design had the glass well, the plaster filled design that held the glass together, and then the pewter lid. And then the second renditions had 4 variations of the pin rest. This had a nice Eastern design or Oriental design to hold the pin rest, stabilizing bar for the wings. Again, this is starting at 120. It's a 5x5 inkwell. So this is called a cistern dome. So you can imagine how old the glass was. And this is used for dipping your ink. Various sizes of, this is a large calligraphy pen. Fits in here, no problem. Start writing in ink and dip ink to your friends and neighbors. Your penmanship will thank you because you have to really take your time when you're writing. And I will count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I will print out the information I found on this that gives a little bit of history of it, even with the design schemes and how the glass looks outside of the casing, how that was designed. Very neat. I had a great time researching this inkwell, and I've loved it for a long time. It's time for someone else to love it. There's a stop that's going to go to Nancy Leek Richardson. I appreciate it. Uh, D, I think you came in after the stop. I'll do a quick refresh, but I believe you did come after the stop. And I'll show the next inkwell. Yes, you're after the stop. That's going to go to Nancy Leek Richardson. And just so you know, let me send you my information in case you are new to Tammy and I. I will place that in the chat and you can just jot down the email address. There you go. The next item, the next start is 120 for this double snail inkwell. And they call it snail because of the shape of these rotating glass inserts. This holds double ink. You can put two colors in here. It'll never spill. You can fill this with water, turn it, and unless you overfill it, but if you stay within the circle or the bell or even halfway to the neck as you do this, the ink will stay level and it will not spill out. Starting at 120. Again, this was manufactured and introduced circa 1870. 1870. So a revolving snail type glass, double inkstand. These do come in singles. A lot of this particular design was manufactured by the Peck, Stowe, and Wilcox Company. And it has a triple pen holder. You have one slot, two slots, three slots, which makes sense if you're using two different styles of ink and you're not used to cleaning your ink off of the edge of the points. This measures 4 4 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then from diagonal to this diagonal, you're looking at 5.5 inches. Another piece of history. It's an antique, and let's go back to the chat to see if there's any questions.
You have the bid of 120.
Okay. And again, that's from Nancy. So I will count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll wait for the bid in case there's another bid that comes in late or a sniper bid that comes in late. You never know.
Never know. You
never know. That's all. While we're waiting for that stop and that bid, let me show off for Keith if he's still here. This inkwell, you said you liked Art Deco, but this is not for sale. But I no problem showing it. This is all Bakelite, or because of the color Catalan. Wonderful Deco inkwell that slides, and then you have the true black Bakelite. There's the well here. That's to dip, and that's what I've been showing off, this little Bakelite pen that will match that. This is part of my personal collection. I thought I would just show it. I was showing Scott earlier.
And I was
That's going on my desk.
ooh and ah.
Okay, Nancy Leake Richardson, that is yours for 120. And on Perro's desk, yeah, all his deco. Yeah, you're not kidding there. Okay, Nancy, that's going to you as well. You look like you're a fan of very nice, ornate inkwells. A kindred spirit. So thank you so much for appreciating these.
You like it.
And let me know if you have any questions on submitting your information. I appreciate it. Scott, that was it. I had so much fun tonight. As usual.
Always have fun when you and I get together, David. It's a very easy friendship that we have. We don't have to work at it. We hit it off right away.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. You know, now, so a couple of things. Please don't forget that David and Tammy, you didn't get to see her. You heard her for a second, you new folks who might not be sure who she is. I hope you'll give them a thought, maybe to come and join David and Tammy tomorrow night at their live sale, which is at 8 o'clock. Well, I'm sorry, it's Texas time, which is...
No, it's 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Got you.
Every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
Unless something drastic happens, it's every Wednesday night. Sometimes we may have 50 items. Sometimes we may just have 15 items. It doesn't matter. It just depends what's going on. But without fail, we'll be here at 7 p.m. Central. We're just an old, fun, married couple. Sometimes she'll nudge me or give me a dirty look. Sometimes we just go back and forth. It's I have a lot of fun doing it. It's not work for us. We just have a good time and we enjoy the banter back and forth and the conversation with everyone that joins us. So if you can carve out time, please subscribe, hit the notification bell when you see that we drop new content or go live, and join us. And if you feel free to subscribe, I'll drop the link really quick if that hasn't already happened. Don't know. Let's see. I'll look. But that's it. Yeah. Thank you, Scott.
Karen did it.
Thank you.
Put it in there for you.
Yeah, Tammy's cute.
That's it.
That's
David
it.
and I will be back again together a month from last night. A month from last night, David and I will be together again.
That will be February. Oh, let me look it up. February the 9th. February 9th. Can't wait. I already got half of my items ready for that one.
Well, I don't, so I'm going to have to go into that basement and see what I can find.
Okay.
I'll be sending invoices out tomorrow. If you don't hear from me by dinner time tomorrow night, reach out. And thank you again, everyone. And we'll say good night.
Good night, everyone. I
Good
thank
night.
you for being here.
Thank you so much, and good night.